Hello, welcome. My name is Ben, and today is video 5 of our Amazon proof of concept. I'm literally on my way to the grocery store. I've got an infant at home. I've been doing a lot of traveling for my quote real job, and I need to give some people some updates. I want to make sure everybody's motivated, fired up, making great things happen in their own lives, and then give you some exciting news that makes your life maybe a little bit easier regarding potentially launching an Amazon business. So, without much delay, let's get started. So last update I gave video 4. So just so you know, I admit it was a little long. I think I covered a lot, but I prefer them be shorter. When I'm from a viewing perspective, when I watch other people provide updates and stuff. So I'm going to make these shorter, more concise, which is the same thing, but and then more often. So the first order for my Amazon FBA business has been submitted. So I want to share with you what that looks like so you have an idea. So what happens is you pay, I paid half up front, and then you pay the second half once the order is complete and it's ready to ship. So we agreed a price, we agreed on packaging, the details, what it's going to look like. And then once we reached an agreement there, then he started. So what happened, so for our first order, send payment. Once he validates and verifies what we want and how we're doing it, who's paying for taxes or duties and the shipping and all those details, come find out he quoted me a price. As you know, I've had a few suppliers, but this is one that we were going to go with initially. I like the way he communicated, but some of the rate stuff, he kind of came back and told us some things that were a little bit more expensive. But anyhow, he came back and said, hey, we'll do it, and for this much more, I'll put it on Amazon's doorstep. Which, for you that may or may not know, there's a variety of shipping terms out there. What this would be is considered DDP, which means the supplier is responsible for everything regarding shipping, duties, taxes, tariffs, whatever the deal, all the way to your doorstep. And in this case, we're shipping it to Amazon, so the doorstep will be the distribution center in Dallas, Texas. So so he agreed to that. The price was good, so I was like, well, fantastic, let's do it. So I needed 2 things for him to do that we clarified just to make sure before payment. The first one was, we're selling packs of 10 and they're in a plastic bag. So I think I was under the size requirement for the terms of service for Amazon, where you have to put a suffocation warning on there, but when in doubt, just go ahead and do it. It was no extra charge. He said he would do it for free. So I found a suffocation warning that I thought looked good. It's yellow for whatever that's worth, but he put that on the bag for me. And then that bag, that 10-pack plastic wrap bag, goes into a box. And then I sent him the UPC codes, and he labeled the boxes, the individual boxes, so he's done that for me. So what he did is, he agrees to everything as far as the timeline. He agrees to doing all that, the shipping, the price, everything. I give him half up front. He puts the order together. He sends me pictures of the order, what each individual package looks like, how it's packed, how many packs per large box. So ours is it's going into 25 large boxes, so 25 boxes will get sent to Amazon. And then he sent me pictures of all of that, making sure I liked it, it looked good. And then I sent him payment for the second half of the order. And I don't know exactly in China where they're at. I actually was going to look later, but he's sending it to Hong Kong. And he said it should be on a shipping vessel in Hong Kong on Thursday. So that would be 4 to 5 days from when the order was sent. And then he said from there, of course, 25, 30 days till it hits port side, and then, or our side, and then hits Dallas, Texas. So that's it. So the order's done. And I've heard different people say, only use and only pay with PayPal. But I did some research. If you pay using Alibaba's, I don't even know what they call it, but whatever their little service is, it's pretty secure. They ensure that you're getting what you ordered. If you don't like it, I believe you can get a refund. So there's no point in paying the extra 4 or 5% for PayPal when I can do it through Alibaba. And if you do a MasterCard or Visa, I think they charge like 2.5%, 3%, which is still high. But if you sync it up with your checking account and do it that way, or not sync it up, but if you send a payment via direct from your checking account, I think it's probably free or next to free for them. So there's no extra fee. So I think our order, I ended up using a Visa card just for simplicity's sake, but you can get it back. So it takes a lot of the hesitation and the risk out of it. So so that's where we're at. So that's how the order process works. So next steps for me is I'm going to create the logo, and I'm going to send our sample that we got initially to, I think Viral Lunch is who I'm going to have use, who I'm going to use to do the videos, or excuse me, do the pictures. Sorry, I'm like so sleep deprived. I apologize if I'm rambling, but to do the photos, and then I am for sure going to use Viral Lunch to create the listing. You send them, you know, who or just the biggest competitors are, or whoever's doing the best in that particular space. And then I think they go and do reverse ASIN searches, or reverse keyword searches, and seeing how it's selling, what's optimized, what needs to be optimized, etc. So that's kind of the next steps. Something I said in my last video, I was going to give a review for a shipping broker, but since I didn't need it, I didn't do it. So I apologize if one or two of you were waiting for that. However, in the future, I'm sure I'll end up still using it. I still like them, I just didn't have a need for them. And at whatever point that is, I'll give you an update at that point. But thanks for joining it. I hope these are helpful. Just to give you an idea, so we're a little over 2 months in from when I did the first video to literally starting, committing to Amazon. And then about 2 months have passed, and I've submitted, and then now the first order is on its way to Amazon. So I think some could do that faster, obviously, but my wife, she stays at home. My current job's, you know, I'm fortunate enough to where she has the privilege of being a full-time mom, which is a full-time job. For those that may or may not have kids, I used to think, well, I mean, how hard can it be? But I've quickly learned on weekends and stuff, or if she goes to the store by herself and I stay home, yeah, it's a lot of work. So anyhow, so our time is, as I say, time is precious. I'm not kidding. And I didn't really realize that until I had kids, how easy time can slip away. So anyhow, so that's the update. So the order's sent. I'll give you confirmation once it's done, once it's there, and then I'll let you know how the pictures go, how the listing goes, and then I'm going to use Fiverr again, who I used for a previous project. I'm going to use Fiverr again for creating the logo for the products for this particular brand that I'm sending to Amazon. Of course, I don't need it until it's there, so what I'll do is I think I'm going to add a logo to the listing. So as long as it's done in the next 25-30 days, it's not super critical. But again, thanks for joining. I hope these help. Please subscribe if you like, and if you think any friends or family, you know, would be interested in learning. You know, again, I'm doing my best to keep it real with you. I mean, I'm shooting a video in a car, so it's pretty authentic. And then, you know, if it's something that shows someone, hey, here's somebody in a matter of months went from no knowledge of Amazon to now they're successful on Amazon, you know, making a passive income that's the same, equal to, or the goal ultimately is excess of what I'm currently making with my real job, you know, pass it along. So that's part of the reason why I'm documenting this like this, because it's easy when you see someone that's already successful and then they make videos just like, well, yeah, but you didn't show the grind. So I'm trying to show you the grind, give you a peek behind the scenes. So thanks for joining, and as always, you know, I mean, life's short, so always remember God's great, time is precious, and you know, we only got so many days on earth, so make today count. Thanks.